Hi and welcome back to the channel, guys. I promised it. Back on with another mini resto. I told you minis weren't leaving from this channel, but this one's still to finish. So let's just quickly recap. Either crack on and go back onto the original playlist. So this was the first car I documented on this channel. I'm nervous as hell filming it. I knew a lot less then than I do now. There is some things on this car I'd do better and change if I could redo it, but we're kind of at a point where I kind of got to live with some of those things, but I'm going to make it work. Nothing like detrimental, it's just like methods and bits and pieces like that. I've learned more through doing all the other cars I've done since. That I can now put into this, if that makes any sense. So I'm always learning, I'm not a professional, I'm working with you guys support me, I hopefully can support you, and yeah. We're back on with the 89, guys. So, where did we leave off? So the car has had quite a lot of work. You could argue there's not really a lot left of this car. It's had a full floor, it's had door steps both sides, it's had flitch panels both sides, it's had a post this side. What else? It's had a full boot floor, like I say, full main floor, inner wing repairs, and we're kind of at the point now where we've got to finish it all and tie it all together. So the next one of course will be the quarter panels. We have ordered the rear panel, lower valance and closers, so this will get taken care of. But let's just take a bit of a walk around the car and hopefully you guys can recap, and if you have followed along with the build kind of from the beginning, you might remember bits and pieces of it. I haven't really done anything to it at all off camera. It literally got covered up, started the budget club and COVID hit, just nailed the budget clubbins to sort of get it done as it was sat out in the elements. Obviously, unfortunately, the budget clubbins moved on, and this is always sat in the background, mainly for a few reasons. Financial, it's a very expensive restoration. This we are kind of in deep panel-wise and financially on it, but it is part of the family's car, and it's not like we don't want to do it, but we kind of wanted to save to do it correctly. So that has taken a little bit of time. It will be worth it in the end. I know that for a fact. But we've got a long way to go before we can see the end. So let's just crack on and have a good look around it. So I'll do the best to film in my really tiny garage. So I'm leaning right against the other wall here and I can just get the car in on shot. But from the front, it's still quite a bit in the engine bay. I haven't cleaned it all out yet. It needs a little survey taken out so I can clean and paint the engine bay and things like that. Inner wings are now decent. We've now salvaged all that. You can see the original colour. So it's originally a flame red car, this. It's still flame red inside the engine bay. Oh, look at them cobwebs. Oh, I feel them crawling all over me. So the bonnet is in good shape. So we'll be saving the bonnet, starting from the front. Unfortunately, the ends of the scuttles had to come off. Not because they were particularly rotten, but because this side, all of this had gone, and I put a flitch panel in so you can kind of see where it's been. So I had to cut that side out, and also I noticed a bit of corrosion on the inside here, so we will just make a piece to go in there, a lot like we did on the MPI, but obviously we made everything on the MPI. This side, I've not made the top piece for it yet, or cut the rest of that away, for a few reasons. Is I actually had to do this flitch panel because there was a flitch panel over a flitch panel. So I've never seen this before, I've never seen an over flitch. But this is why we do cars, this is why, you know, yeah. Scuttle wise, I really don't want to have to take the scuttle out. It's a decent scuttle for the rest of it. I'm in two minds to do what to do with it, really. I like how the heritage scuttles fit, so it is a big option to just put a whole piece back in, but I am kind of leaning towards the repair panels you can buy. There is only a Magnon option, and I'm on the fence with them. I've heard really good and bad things about them, and the rest of this car is heritage, bar the flitch panel repairs. Everything else on this car has been heritage, so I'm kind of like in for a penny for a pound kind of thing. Do we just continue and put a whole skull in? I don't know yet, so drop on the links, the comments below, guys, if what you think we should do. So obviously we're going to need 2 new wings. I've got one A panel, we need to order the other A panel for the driver's side, so we need an A panel, 2 wings, and obviously the front slam panel. It'd be lovely to see this car looking like a Mini again. It has now been in this state for getting on for 2 years now, and it's quite upsetting, really. Cars really do become part of you. And obviously this is my other half's car, it's not even mine, but it means a lot to us both, like both of us, this car. And the fact that it's still like this is upsetting, but we've had life to deal with, and like everyone else, you have to be realistic, you have to be sensible, and you can't really do both sometimes. So we've had to put it on the back burner. So kind of put the floor in, did the best we could with it, and kind of covered everything up. Like, it's not been grind back in a lot of places and things like that. So we are really quite excited to get back on with this. So moving on from the bonnet, the doors, and we have a boot lid in there, which if I move the cover, as being sorted, absolutely covered in dust, but it's actually got a spare car cover here. It's actually a Mark II boot lid. So we got this fairly cheap. It's got a little dink in it there, so we'll pull that dent out and deal with that. But obviously the floor on this car is 90% done. There's a few bits I want to do on the hill boards, tidy it up. The bottom of the bins you will probably see are missing, and that's both sides. We have got these repair panels, which are from M Machine, and I'm really hoping that they work. So you can see how atrociously that already fits, so I can get my finger in there. So it does need all trimming back and completely modifying, which is just, yeah, a bit of a joke. So we've got to live with that and sort that out. Quarter panel repairs on both sides. Boot floor is obviously part of the rear bench seat as well, that all got replaced. And again, it's just tacks in both sides. Got to do all my seam welding yet and kind of tidy everything else up. That's the other door pin repair and the support panel. We're opting for a full rear panel, so it will come up and tackle this corrosion, drop all the way down. Very common to go along the back of this. And yeah, we really just want to, might as well do it. We've also cut all the lower bit away, because you can see there's a clear gap. So we cut the bottom of the lip off to try and save everything, and it obviously it's all just gone. My rule of thumb has always been with this car, if there's 2 or 3 patches I need doing, just cut the lot out, and unfortunately it's been a problem with this car. There's been the previous repairs like this has been done, and to be fair, it's absolutely rock solid and it's a decent repair. They just not bothered grinding it back, so we'll deal with that. There is a small hole in that corner of the roof. We've opted to put a new wiring loom in this car as well, which is quite good really, because as I've gone through and unplugged everything on the car, it's quite bad, the wiring loom. Unfortunately I can't grip down the side there, but we've got the same deal on this side. So bottom quarter repair. You can see how nicely all the doors fit and everything on this car. I'm not touching the doors, they've been previously skinned, so I really don't want to touch them. They fit really nice, everything opens and closes. We managed to get some MG Rover door hinges, and I mean the panel gaps on this one, considering it has been apart so much, I'm really quite impressed with. So I'm really just excited and quite nervous, because this car has been a bit of a roller coaster, but fundamentally I'm quite excited to crack on with this car. There's nothing else I can really show you. It's got a Metro engine which came out of it. We've got plans for this engine, it's all tucked away under there. I know there's another engine there, but this is the one for that vehicle, and it's not going to be standard anymore. We've gone so far, we might as well put an engine in it, a decent one. There's bits and pieces kicking around, so it had nice stainless exhaust on it and things like that. It's going to be a really lovely car. So guys, I really just wanted to bring you guys in, kind of recap this build. If you have been a subscriber from the beginning, thank you so much for bearing with us. We've gone from strength to strength, I'd like to think. We've had a bit of a quiet moment. We've just life taken over a bit, things changing in life. But we're back on it, and we're going to really try and nail back to get into a good few videos a week. This is going to be my fundamental main project. So all the welding and grinding really is going to get done to this. We've got other stuff I want to do to the sidewalk. So the sidewalk's been on the road nearly 5 years, I think. And it's starting to show its age, and things are going wrong with it. And I've got a lot planned for this car this year, including it being my wedding car. The original plan was to have both of them at the wedding, but we didn't think we'd have a global pandemic for nearly 2 years, and it put paid for a lot of things. So fortunately Gary will not make it, but it's going to be better in the long run, because the car is just going to be a better car. It's not going to get rushed. So yeah, we've got quite a bit on the mini side of things coming. So like I say, this is going to be my main welding focus. Please drop in the comments below if there's anything you want me to see doing to this car, or questions you want to ask or whatnot. Just give us a shout. I'm happy to answer any questions. This is going to be, I wouldn't say a fast build, but I really want to try and crack on with it. I really want this car rolling. My goal is to get it rolling. This is going to be a tall order, and I know everyone's going to be like, you can do that easily, but my spare time isn't really there anymore. I'd love to have it rolling for Christmas, or to the point where it could roll, so i.e. welding done, or at least enough welding to get it obviously rolling. I'm going to buy myself another spit for it, or a rotisserie spit. Once I'm at the point where the car needs paint underneath, I will put it on the spit, really to spend time making it look lovely, making sure everything's seam sealed, welded up. This is really one of those cars that's just going to have a lot of time put into it. So the underside of the car is going to be stone chips, etched prime stone chips, painted over top and lacquered. A lot like the Budget Clubman, and the sidewalk underneath is a similar thing, but it's black with the body colour. This is going to be full body colour underneath, night fire red, and it's going to have a black shiny roof. You're all going to ask at the bottom of the comments, I would have thought, or be thinking, who's going to be painting it? Am I going to have a go at painting it? I want to paint this car, I really do. It's metallic, I'm nervous, I really don't want to do it in a kind of respect, but I feel quite confident after doing the Budget Clubman, and I feel like if it goes wrong, you've wasted materials, which is kind of how my mentality was with that build. That being said, I would like to not do it on driveway. I'd like to have a clean, nice space to do it in, so we'll see where we're at that point. We're a long way off paint. We're not even thinking about paint. Even when the car is painted, it's going to be a while for it to go back together, because we're going to do a new engine and things like that. So let's get the welding done. So together, hopefully, we can work through this, guys. Like I mentioned, got some new panels that are on the way for it. I've got the panels to do the quarters, I've got the panels now to do the rear. All I'm missing is the front panels, and then we actually have everything to do this car. So see how we get on. So if you really want to see this build, please give this video a thumbs up, it massively helps us. Drop in the comments below, like I say, if there's anything you want to know. Also, please check out our sponsors, Frost. I will definitely need their help with this. Consumables and products and tools and stuff like that are really going to be apparent with this car. If I can't do it because of a tool, then I'm going to just go and buy the tool. I really want to kind of make this the best one I've done yet. If that's, you know, if I can raise the bar. You've got to kind of strive for more, I feel, and this is definitely the car that needs to strive for more on. Once this is done, I have a plan for another project if nothing comes up in between. But I do want to get my Clubman estate back out, and I do want to get my van out. My van is my main focus for myself that I want to get done. So obviously that will come in the video, so I need you guys' help and support. So let's crack on with this one and get this one to the point it's painted and rolling. So subscribe if you haven't already. Hopefully I haven't bored you. Hopefully you're excited as I am. Let's just crack on with it and get on with it. So next episode, I will get involved with the panels a bit more, and we will just start a job. So I'm going to walk around now and work out the best place to start. Catch you in the next episode, and hopefully we can do this together, guys. Stay safe, look after yourselves. Bye bye.